When making the jungle, you begin by making your dimensional pieces. You Xerox your pattern pieces and place them on top of 2 pieces of fabric, right side together, thin polyester bonded batting. And you're going to sew on your solid line, cut on your outside dash line. Now this little lion head has a solid line all the way around. So the way we're going to turn it right side out after we've cut on the dash line is to slip 1 layer of fabric, and we'll turn it right side out through that piece of fabric. So here's our little lion. We can see here's our slit for this snout. Now we've added a little extra stuffing in the snout, and we've just layered it over his head, which was done the same way. Here's a slit in the back. It'll go next to the quilt so it won't show. And we machine sew down the middle. Now his mane is just folded fabric and a strip of fabric and then slits, and then you take the fold and you hand whip stitch it to the back of the head. It's just darling. The ears are also hand whip stitched to the back. Now here's his nose, which was just a circle. We hand gathered around the outside, stuffed it really full, and that's how you get fewer wrinkles on this outside, is if it's really stuffed. Hand gathered around the outside, pulled. You can stitch it across the opening a couple times to make it really secure. Now we're going to place that little lion nose in place. Now when I'm going to blind stitch this nose in place, so what I want to do is don't do it right on the edge, but do it in a little bit as the nose curves around. You'll see where it hits the face of the lion. That's where you want to do it, and just go back and forth, taking little stitches on both sides, the nose and the head, and just really secure it down nice and tight. It's just a real fun way to get that dimension on the nose. Okay, and that's our little lion. Just kind of take your time with the nose. Okay, so the elephant is done the same way, sewn all the way around, slit 1 layer. The ears are folded, whip stitched to the back. Your monkey is done same way with layers of fabric. This is 1 layer that was on top of the head, ears, the snout, and then when you do the nose, you're going to take some black thread and just pull it down, give him a cute little indentation there, and then buttons for the eyes. Now if you don't want to do buttons, of course you can use felt circles and then put a little white French knot with embroidery floss to give it a little sparkle, give them eyelashes, whatever you'd like. Those are your pieces. Now we'll show you how to put the quilt blocks together. To piece the jungle quilt together, we're going to Xerox the 2 blocks for the giraffe and cut them out here right on the line and tape them together, because these are paper pieced or foundation pieced as 1 unit. So number 1 is going to be your offset block, and then you're going to do number 2, which is the background fabric behind the giraffe head. Number 3, notice both of these are numbered number 3 because they're foundation pieced as 1 long piece as the giraffe head. Then we're going to do number 4 background fabric here, foundation piece. Then you're going to machine baste where the head goes into the seam, and then from here follow the directions on in your pattern, but also in the video that we have for the zebra or the pony. It's the same from here on out, other than you lay the horn in instead of an ear. So that is the one kind of tricky part. Now we've put the quilt together, and the thing to watch here that really is simple is as you're putting it together, you're going to put the body and the feet just in the seam. I've added a little stuffing here on the feet, a little pause, and then this when it's all put together comes up, and now I can sandwich this whole quilt with the backing and the batting And I'm going to machine quilt this before I put the heads on. But once this is on, I will blind stitch this up. I'll put the little paws down, tack them down, and then the head just is placed on top, and I will blind stitch that head on. If I really want it to hold tight, I can lift the head up a little bit, machine sew it on underneath here for this little guy. Here we have the elephant block, and again, that's just going to be the same with the little paws, little feet, and the body, and then the head is going to go over. Now, when I blind stitch this on, I can lift this and machine sew the ears down if I really want it to be solid. But when I blind stitch, I don't blind stitch right on the edge. I will lift it up a little and blind stitch in a little bit so that it doesn't look absolutely smashed to that quilt. Here we have the giraffe. You can see where we pieced these two together. Here's our number 1, and then number 2 background, and then we did number 3 as one piece of giraffe neck. And then here, follow the directions in the zebra video to do that. Little head on the giraffe. And here we've got our monkey done the same way with the body and the little feet, and then his little head will go on here with eyes. And this is just a fun quilt. It really does look intimidating with all these animal pieces, but I hope this video has shown you really how simple it is to put this together. I hope you enjoy this.